Welcome to Brazilian national football team forever, the channel that brings you stories from both the glorious past and thrilling present of the Brazilian national team. Today, we'll dive into the incredible story of Raul, a fan who went to unimaginable lengths to get close to the action at the 1970 World Cup final. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and stick around until the end for more amazing stories. Let's get started. Raul Santos de Oliveira, a devoted fan of the Brazilian national team, was born to a Brazilian father who loved soccer, passing down stories of Brazil's most legendary players. Growing up in Mexico, Raul was mesmerized by his father's stories, especially about Pelé and Brazil's thrilling style of play. Raul dreamed of witnessing his heroes on the field, but he never imagined that he'd come so close in 1970, when the World Cup took place in his homeland. Raul's journey to that moment was nothing short of extraordinary. Without money for a ticket to the final or any connections in the sports world, he came up with an audacious plan. Inspired by his father's tales of Brazilian resilience, Raul decided he would pose as a journalist. Through a friend who worked in local radio, he got a battered microphone and recorder, neither of which actually worked. Armed with nothing but nerve, Raul made his way to the Azteca stadium, gripping the microphone like it was his lifeline. The tension grew as he neared the security checks. Raul's heart raced, and several times he almost turned back. "What am I even doing here?" he thought, sweat pooling at his brow. He was no journalist, yet he tried to adopt the calm demeanor of one. Security back then was stringent but not like today, and through sheer luck and confidence, Raul managed to get past the first checkpoint. At one point, he was stopped by a guard who questioned him about his credentials. Raul's mind raced. Gathering all the courage he could muster, he named a local radio station, trying his best to sound authoritative. The guard paused, gave him a once-over, and then nodded, allowing him to proceed. Raul took this as a sign. Destiny wanted him there. Now, standing among seasoned journalists, Raul tried his best to blend in. He kept his face composed, exuding the confidence he'd seen in others. But inside, he was overwhelmed. What if someone asked me a question, he worried. What if they realized I didn't belong here? Once, a nearby reporter even struck up a conversation. Raul's heart raced, but to his relief, the reporter simply chatted about the game and didn't ask for any work details. Later, he'd laugh about it, calling it a moment of pure terror disguised as camaraderie. With each passing minute, Raul relaxed a bit more. As the game advanced into the second half, he was drawn into the match itself. The score was 4-1, and Brazil was giving a soccer masterclass against Italy. For Raul, witnessing his countrymen play at this level was an emotional experience. At one point, the ball went out of play near where he was standing. Acting quickly, Raul grabbed the ball and tossed it back to none other than Carlos Alberto Torres, the Brazilian captain. This small act was surreal for him, a direct interaction with one of his idols. "If I'd been closer, I probably would have tried to shake his hand," Raul would say with a laugh. Then came the unforgettable moment that Raul would cherish forever. With the game over and the Brazilian team in the throes of celebration, Raul saw Pelé just a few feet away. Taking a deep breath, he approached with his broken microphone. He managed to blurt out a question, which, in his excitement, was fairly trivial and awkward. But Pelé, with his usual grace, answered without a second thought, his words lost in the cacophony of celebration. Raul's question may have been simple, but it meant the world to him. In the euphoria of the moment, nobody cared about the question's substance. This event became Raul's most cherished memory, a story he would recount countless times with a gleam in his eye. In 2000, he shared it in detail with a Mexican TV station. His voice quivered with nostalgia as he described that wild day when he lived his dream. Raul passed away in 2017, but this tale lives on, sparking wonder in anyone who hears it. Was every part of his story true? Perhaps. But whether true or embellished, it remains a powerful reminder of one fan's unforgettable journey to be a part of soccer history, if only for a day. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through Raúl's unforgettable experience. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a like to stay updated with all our content. And be sure to check out more amazing stories about the Brazilian national team's history and heroes. See you in the next video.